Hello and welcome to another Baldy Tim's Reviews, and today I'm reviewing this, not the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, there's plenty of other reviews about that on YouTube and elsewhere online, but probably less often reviewed is the keyboard stroke case, which is actually the Logitech Slim Folio Pro for the 12.9 inch iPad Pro. So I'm going to sort of tell you what I like and dislike about this brand new keyboard and review it from there. So keep on watching. So let's start with a little bit of a unboxing. It's not a true unboxing because I've just put it back in here to show me getting it out again, but give you an idea of the kind of packaging it comes in. So this is the Slim Folio Pro for the 12.9 2020 iPad Pro, and the first thing that strikes you is the packaging itself seems to be very premium, and it ties in really with the normal Apple packaging that you get to your iPhones and iPads in. Seems to be that same sort of quality, and you even get this very nice little ribbon thing, and as soon as you start pulling it, there is your brand new Slim Folio Pro inside. So we'll just get that out of there. And there we go. I think it did come with some plastic covering on it when I first got it, but obviously that's not on there anymore. And yeah, the first thing from handling this is it seems to have a very nice premium feel to it. So good quality, sturdy, feels like it's going to be durable. And there's some nice touches here. You've got the magnetic flap there. If you've got one of the iPad pencils, I think that's supposed to go into that gap there as well to hold that in place. I haven't got one of those, so it doesn't bother me. But it just holds the Slim Folio case shut over the iPad when not in use, and you've got front and back protection. You've got the cutout for the brand new 2020 iPad Pro style camera, which is a little bit different from the previous generations, so they've updated that. And another nice touch is when it's open, that actually magnetically catches on the back as well, so it's not just flapping around when in use. And the iPad will go in there, and that's your keyboard. Why did I go for the Logitech Slim Folio Pro as opposed to the Apple product? And if you're looking at a keyboard stroke case for a 12.9 inch iPad Pro, the 2021, you've really got three choices. First of all, you've got the Magic keyboard that Apple does, the sort of floaty effect. I didn't opt for that because that is ridiculously expensive. And when you first look at it on the Apple Store, it's £299, but then you find out that's only for the smaller iPad Pro, and when you look at the 12.9 inch one, it then shoots up to a whopping £349, which was just too expensive, way too expensive. Your second option is the basic Apple keyboard, which is £199 for the 12.9 inch one, but that doesn't come with a backlit keyboard. And then your third option is the Slim Folio Pro that I opted for, which is only £109 or £109.99 or something, I think it is. And it's a very high quality keyboard, and it comes with a backlit keyboard as well. It also comes with what I was really worried about is after having a 2016 iPad Pro with the Apple keyboard for that didn't come with a pound sign on the keyboard, only a dollar sign, which isn't very helpful if you're here in the UK. All the aforementioned Apple keyboards and the Slim Folio Pro keyboard, you'll be happy to know if you're in the UK, does come with the pound symbol on it. When you look at the Apple site, and you look at the photographs carefully, it doesn't look like it does on the Logitech. It looks like it only has the dollar sign again, but rest assured, when you get it, it does actually come with the pound sign on it as well. As you can see there. Initial thoughts upon handling it: seems very sturdy, durable, a little bit on the heavy side, it's got to be said. If you compare it to the actual iPad itself, the 2020 iPad Pro, if anything, it's actually heavier than that. You know, it's going like that to me. Yeah, maybe not a lot more, but a little bit more. And once you put the iPad in there, it does actually weigh quite a lot. I had the 13-inch MacBook Pro last year, the 2019 one. I'm pretty certain that this combination here actually weighs pretty much the same as that did. So if weight's a primary concern to you, you're probably going to be off with one of the Apple products rather than this. The other disadvantage I found with this is that it seems to be quite difficult getting the iPad in and out of the case. So I'll just show you. So what you have to do is, when you're putting it in the case, is locate it in the bottom there, which is that, and that's quite tricky to do. You kind of slot it down in there and make sure it's fully seated home, and then you've got to get these top tab things into place as well, which kind of just pushes in like that. And where are we? And then you can kind of jiggle it around and push it into place like that until it snaps into place. The good thing about that is that it's very, very firmly in there. You know it's not going to go flying out of there again, but it is a little bit difficult to both put in and take out. So if you're someone who is going to be detaching the iPad from the keyboard case on a regular basis, the Logitech's probably not going to be for you. But as far as I'm concerned, this is going to live in here pretty much permanently, so it's not an issue for me. It's going to stay like that pretty much all the time now. It is quite a lumpy, heavy package. Not too bad, but heavier than probably the Apple keyboards plus the iPad would be. So if weight is a concern for you, if ease of detaching the keyboard is something that you need, you're going to be better off with one of the two Apple products for sure. But for my needs, this is a really, really good, sturdy, well-made solution. To get the iPad Pro going when in the slim folio case, all you need to do is, it's very quick and easy operation. You just undo the magnetic flap, fold it back onto the other side till it magnetically clips onto the back side of that. You pull the keyboard down, and then you locate the iPad itself into a little groove there, and which is magnetic, and as soon as it magnetically goes in, the backlit keyboard fires up and you are ready to type. I've got to say, it's a really, really nice typing action. Seems to be a really nice keyboard to type on. And I'm no typist, no expert on that, but as far as I'm concerned, an occasional typist, it seems to be, you know, a really nice feel to the keyboard, easy to type on, and as I say, it's backlit. It really does sort of light up beautifully at night or in dark conditions. So if you've got to do some typing in dark conditions or in a dark room, sort of a plane at night or something like that, this is going to work really well. When the case is on, you've still got full functionality and access to your to the various buttons. So yeah, you've got your volume up and volume down. And then your on-off button there as well can be operated through these rubber sort of bits on the Slim Folio Pro. although it's got to be said they're considerably harder to push through that than it is without that on. Although having said that, as far as the volume controls are concerned, you have got sort of your volume controls on the keyboard as well, up and down and muting as well, all available on these sort of top buttons here. So I don't really find I use those volume buttons on the side there very much at all, so that's not really going to be an issue as far as I'm concerned. So another thing I need to point out to you on the Logitech here is that it seems to be really stable. My old Apple keyboard for my first gen iPad Pro was a little bit unstable, and it went together in a similar way, sort of with the magnetic catch down there, and also had this sort of same kind of triangle support bit at the back, but it just felt a lot more unstable. You know, if you kind of pushed it backwards like that, it often sort of just tipped over and fell over, whereas this, you know, you can push that quite hard and it just doesn't seem to go anywhere, so it's much more stable platform. Another drawback, I guess, on this is that it doesn't just charge from the iPad. You have got a separate little USB-C port there, exactly as you've got on the iPad Pro itself. So you use the same charging cable to charge the keyboard up, but it means you've got to charge up the iPad and then the keyboard. Although having said that, the battery lasts much longer in here than it does on the iPad. And I think I've only charged this up sort of once so far in the week or so that I've had it. So, and it's supposed to last a month, but I'm sure if you sort of charge it every week or two, that will give it enough charge, unless you're a very heavy user. So it's just another point that you might want to consider. It's not quite as convenient as the Apple, but it's not too bad, especially when you consider the money you're saving. So the other reason I was a little bit loath to go for one of the Apple keyboard products, and I went for this instead, apart from saving a whopping sort of £239 over the Apple Magic keyboard at $349, and this was only at $109, $110, so it's a massive saving. But I had the dedicated Apple keyboard for my first gen iPad Pro, and although the iPad Pro itself lasted 4 years very well, the keyboard, the Apple keyboard, was shocking. It just, by the time I got rid of it last week, it was pretty much destroyed. It had gone all discoloured, fraying, sort of falling apart. It wasn't working properly. And sometimes you couldn't type on it at all. Sometimes you could kind of type on it, but not really that well. And it had been going wrong like that for a good, probably at least a year, maybe 18 months. So it's probably only 2.5 years old when it started going downhill, which wasn't great. I wasn't very impressed with the quality on that particular Apple product. So this time round I was very loath to spend whopping amounts of money, sort of £200 on the basic one, or £350 pretty much on the Magic one. I need to find those going wrong on me in a very sort of short period of time. So I wanted to steer clear of the Apple keyboards and go for the Logitech one. I'm having in this for a week or two now. It seems to be pretty durable, well made. It certainly feels solid and well made, and hopefully it will last a fair bit longer than the Apple one did. And if it does sort of fail like the Apple one did in only sort of a couple of years time, well, at least it's only been £109 rather than £249. So I reckon Logitech Slim Folio Pro for the 12.9 2020 iPad Pro is very much the one to go for. So do I recommend it? Yep, I highly recommend the Logitech. So that's been another Baldy Tim's Reviews. Thanks for watching.